Alright guys, just wanted to give you a little update here on Hazel. You'll have to bear with me through this video as I've done a lot since my last video. First and foremost, I'm going to start with everything that's on the outside of the bus. I installed this 30-inch residential door. It's a 9-light steel door. It took a little bit of fabbing to get it in there, but it did fit in the existing hole. I had to cut the drip rail up top to get it to fit in right, and then do a lot of shimming and fiddling. But it's all sealed in there now, and it'll get sanded down, made look pretty when the bus gets painted. The only real modification I had to do to make this fit was to cut the frame on the latch side to avoid my staircase here. And I ended up furring it out and then adding this 1x3 and just screwing my weather strip to that 1x3, which will all get painted to match and everything at some point. But for now, the bus door closes and locks now, which is really, really nice. And I just think it looks really clean and classy. And not to mention that it actually seals now, which makes an amazing difference for the temperature of the bus. I mean, it makes my insulation actually worth it and do something now. Keep going this way to my underbelly. Forgive me, it's a little tight in here. I've got this bus tucked right up against my garage. But you can see, if you can see in there, I've got my propane lines run, poked through the floor and down into there. And I've got them strapped into place there. I'm going to have 2 of these 20-pound barbecue tanks. One for my range, like oven and stove, and the other for my tankless water heater. All right, so now let's get up into the bus. All right. Again, forgive me, I've done a lot since my last video, so I'll try to remember everything. So since my last video, I don't think any of this was here in the last video. I have completely wired, plumbed, run all the propane lines, drain lines, water lines, and as you can see, I've got this 60-inch base cabinet here with pine butcher block countertops and a pine backsplash. I like how that turned out. It's in its permanent place. And then I've got 2 24-inch base cabinets right here. And those aren't quite in their permanent spot yet, but there'll be an 18-inch range in between the 2 of these. And then the front part, which there's nothing here yet, but that will be where my pull-out couch will be. And then this will be where my little dinette table will be, 2 folding chairs for you to sit and eat. As you can see, I've got most of my walls framed in at this point. That wall there is the bathroom. It's just shiplap board. It was framed out with 2x3s. I was really excited to find these. I found these 2 cabinets that happened to just fit the wheel well pretty much perfectly. They were out of an old RV and they were refrigerator cabinets. They're a little rough around the edges, but still solid, and they'll paint up really, really nice. So they're going to get painted white to match these cabinets, which will also be painted white. I'm going to, as you can see, I've kind of am going up with the shiplap board here, and that's going to go all the way up and kind of hide all those nasty cut lines that I had to notch out to make these fit in there. So it'll be one continuous wall all the way up, just like this one is. The top 2 boards are out of that just to use as a template to match the curvature for the rest of the bus, and will get put back on when I'm done with them. As you can see, here's the bathroom as we go farther back. I found this vanity at Lowe's. It was awesome. It was kind of exactly what I needed. It had legs on it, so I could trim the legs so that it was the right height to sit, because it's sitting on top of the wheel well, it needed to be adjustable. So a standard cabinet doesn't really do that, but this one with the legs and the barn door just kind of made it the perfect fit because this bathroom's tight and I don't really have the extra space to have the cabinet door open out at you. So I was happy with that. I think it looks really nice. I've got my shower pan just sitting in place right here. That's a 36 by 24. And as you can see, I've got my PEX lines run. That'll be, controls here, shower head up there somewhere. And I've got my drain lines and supply lines run for everything. So you can see I use this 1.25" flexible hose that's for sump pumps for all my drains, which actually saved me a lot of time, and I recommend that you do that if, you know, it just makes it easier with the flexibility, and you just hose clamp that on just like so, and put a hose clamp around it, and you're good to go. It fits 1.5" or 1.25" pipe pretty well. So you can, my PEX lines run. I'm ready for the supply for that. As we come farther back, I have this matching cabinet that is facing the other direction. Sorry, all my tools and stuff are in it right now. But this cabinet is going to end up becoming the closet for the bedroom, which is nice. You can put shoes in that little bottom compartment, hang your clothes there, and then any little extra storage needs can go up in that top compartment. These will both get painted so they match. They're going to be painted white. This one is going to have the refrigerator here and the microwave up here. And as you can see, I've got that little hole cut in the back with an outlet for both of those. This one will not have doors on it. I'm thinking about putting some curtains or something maybe. I just don't have the room in this hallway with the bathroom being so close to open a door. So the doors are going to stay off of that one. But we do have some nice cabinet doors for the closet. I've got plenty of space behind me to open those out. So that's kind of nice. Keep your clothes out of sight. As we turn around and work our way back, this is my utility closet. And as you can see, managed to scribe the curvature of the roof of the bus pretty well. And I'm happy with kind of the way it turned out. That's a 55-gallon drum that I have plumbed in as my water tank. And I've got my panel mounted here. I've got my electrical inlet here. And then I've got my water inlet there, which are mounted in a window that I removed and then sheet metaled over from the outside. So this is an Excel propane ventless water heater. It's really nice that it doesn't have to be vented. They burn really clean. I've used one before, had a good time with it. And I've got my water pump plugged in there, and we'll draw out of that tank. As you can see, I have all the electrical run. All the walls have been insulated. You can see up here that that's kind of going to be how the whole wiring chase looks. Now it's going to get paint. That wood will be painted. It's just tongue and groove. But in everywhere that you see a wire stubbed out right here, that's going to be a sconce light fixture, like right angle light fixture. And I've used that as a little wiring chase, and then, got that on there. There's going to be another one right there, and that'll go, the entire length of the bus that way. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much where I am. I'm really excited to just, keep going on it and hopefully get it finished pretty soon and take it on our first trip this summer. Should be a blast. All right, thanks for sticking through it. I know it was a long video. I'll make another update as soon as I can.